Have you ever been stressed out or anxious and wanted to put a drink or a drug in your body to change the way that you feel? Who hasn't, right? But the problem is, for people like you and me in addiction recovery, we can't do that anymore. But I've got an alternative that can help you out in those situations. I'm Jamie Kowalski, recovering alcoholic, and I teach people in all types of recovery how to use simple, holistic health tools so that you can get and keep your life together. So over in China, for a really long time, there's been a tradition of using needles on lines of energy in the body. They're called acupuncture meridians. And I'm not going to go into all the tradition of it and even the medical science that is slowly beginning to understand more and more how this stuff works. I just want to give you a quick and easy technique that is effective so that you can do it when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling anxious, and you want to bring it down a level, okay? So there's a point on your ear that you can press with your finger. Now, acupuncturists might stick a needle there, or sometimes in the realm of clinical herbal medicine, in which I'm trained in practice, we can put a little a seed. It's a tiny seed with a Band-Aid type thing, and it keeps the pressure on the ear just lightly. You can leave it on there for a few days. But in a quick situation, when you don't have an acupuncturist putting a needle in this spot to help you chill, or you don't have one of these little ear seed things going, you can hit this point anytime you want. Like, I do it in AA meetings or business related meetings or traffic, or even in arguments with significant others. At any point where you feel like you've got a little bit of extra stress and anxiety going on, you can hit this point. So I have my little friend here. Please ignore all the little characters on here. I put a black dot on this point. It's called Shen Men, and I hope you can see it there. So there's the main part of your ear, the inner ear there, and then the ridge. So just up from there on the outside, there's kind of where it is here, there's a little bit of not a crater, but it's sort of a little, the ear goes in there. It's like a shallow type cup in that portion of the ear. I'm going to bring it right in there, and I put the black dot right on the point so you can see. Now, your finger is really big relative to this dot, right? So you can just kind of get it in that general neighborhood. If you're going to get close, it's going to be fine. So you can use your thumb, or I like to use my index finger. So I'll bring myself in here and just put a little bit of pressure on that spot. Maybe pinch the back of the ear with your thumb and hold that pressure and breathe really deeply. Okay, and then keep it on for a minute or two, depending on what's going on with you. And notice how you feel. Bring your attention to the sensation of relaxing, to letting go, to inviting in some calm and some serenity. So there is a little bit of mind effect going on here. The stimulation of the body affects the mind's ability to want to calm down. And as we say, all right, I'm choosing to take an action that is helping me bring the anxiety and stress down, then that affects the mind a little bit. The mind gets a little softer, and then the physical kind of affects the mind more. So it's circular, right? Kind of like when I get agitated, I get angry, and then I get tense, and because I'm tense, I'm more angry and stressed, and it just goes and goes up in that level, right? It's circular, it's reinforcing. So we take it in the other direction. We're using the physical stimulation to help calm the emotions in the mind. The mind and emotions get a little more settled, and so the physical effect starts to have more of a power to it because it's subtle. All right, and it's not going to work perfectly in all situations. It's not going to work like an oxy or a shot of vodka. Okay, I'm not trying to delude you into thinking it's equivalent, but what we are doing is training ourselves a little bit and helping you understand that there's an inside pharmacy, that when we can use these techniques, which have been used for thousands of years in other traditions and other medical systems, we can affect change in ourselves here, now, today, when we need it. So give that point a shot. Make it work with some deep breathing and see what happens. Experiment. Give it a few tries, maybe in a meeting, maybe in any type of situation where you feel like you just need to bring it down a little bit, where normally you would say, man, I want a drink or a drug right now. I want my substance of choice. Okay, I can't have that anymore. What the F am I going to do? Try this. See what happens, okay? It may not be a perfect solution, but it's on the path to finding alternative ways to deal with the stressors and the things which we used to respond to in very unhealthy ways that we just can't do anymore, right? And not unless we want to keep our lives together. And that's what I'm helping you do, getting and keeping your life together. If you're not already receiving an email from me every week with more education about this stuff, please head on over to growingbalance.com. Offer me your email address. I'd love to include you. Just like I'm growing my ability to relax and stress less, I'm growing my ability to come more into sustainable addiction recovery every day with tools like this, these simple holistic health tools. So growingbalance.com. And if you haven't already liked my Facebook page, head on over there. I put a lot of additional information on that. It's facebook.com /growing balance. I'd love to have you like me. Don't we all want to be liked, right? I'm so grateful that you took a few moments for yourself today to learn something. And please apply this technique. Give it a shot, okay? See you next time. Be well.